Hello students, this is Nirmalendu Nirmal. We are going to continue the same chapter, playing with numbers, and this is the second part of that chapter. So in the last session we have learnt about that how to solve the questions containing brackets, and after that we have learnt about the factors, multiples, and how to find the exact divisors, etc. So we are going to continue the same chapter, and the first topic for today is even and odd numbers. Already we know that in the junior classes also we have learnt these things. So let's start that all the multiples of 2 are called the even numbers. All the multiples of 2. Multiples means what? The numbers which can be divided by the given number. So multiples of 2 means the numbers which can be divided by 2. So which numbers can be divided by 2, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, like this. These are the multiples of 2. It means these are the what? Even numbers. So which numbers are even number? Multiples of 2 are known as the even numbers, or in another word we can say that the numbers which can be divided by 2, which can be divided by 2. So the same thing, this is that which can be divided by 2, it means that is the multiple of 2. Okay, the number which can be divided by 2, it means that is the multiple of 2. So simply in the term of multiple, how to define even numbers? That all the multiples of 2, it means all the numbers which can be divided by 2 are known as even numbers, and those are means these are the examples. Okay, every even number is divisible by 2, or 2 is the factor of every even number. Obviously every even number is divisible by 2, or we can say that 2 is the factor of every even number. Numbers which are not divisible by 2 are known as the what? Odd numbers. Numbers which are not divisible by 2 are known as odd numbers, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. These are the numbers which are not divisible by 2. Okay, so these are called the odd numbers. Every number is either odd or even. Every number is either odd or even. So a number cannot be both as well as odd or even. If you think that any number is odd or even, no, any number that may be even or odd only. Any number cannot be both even and odd both, no. Now today we are going to learn the divisibility rule, means the rules for checking the divisibility of any number, that how to check whether the number is divisible by 2, divisible by 3, divisible by 4, divisible by 5 or not. Means some rules we are going to talk about, and those rules are known as divisibility rules. So divisibility by 2, what is the rule for divisibility by 2? A number is divisible by 2 if its unit digit is 2, 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So very simple rule is there, that if any number has 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, any one out of these at the unit place, okay, unit digit is this, any one, okay, either means 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, any one out of these, then then that number will be divisible by 2. So here you can see the examples, that 8, 14, 14 has 4 at the unit place, 320 has 0 at the unit place, 5496 has the 6 at the unit place, this number has 2 at the unit place, this number has 8 at the unit place. So these numbers are divisible by 2. So very simple rule, we will just focus on the unit digit. If unit digit is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, then that will be divisible by 2. So divisibility by 4. Now what is the rule for divisibility by 4? A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by its digit in the tens and the ones digit place is divisible by 4. Means whenever the number will be given, then we will focus on the last two digits. Means ones digit, what? Ones place, at the ones place and the tens place, which digits are there, and the number formed by those digits. Suppose that in number 232, okay, number formed by the last two digit, unit digit and tens digit is 32. Which number is there? 32. You can see here that ones and tens digit is forming the number 32, and 32 is divisible by 4. So this number will also be divisible by 4. So what is the rule? That whenever the number will be given, then we'll just focus, we'll just see the number formed by the last two digit. If that number will be divisible by 4, then the given number will also be divisible by 4. Suppose that the number is here 312. Okay, so we'll just see the number formed by the last two digits. It is 12, and 12 is divisible by 4, it means this is divisible by 4. Here we can see that this number, that 19,316. So here we will see the number formed by the last two digits, it is 16. 16 is divisible by 4, it means this is divisible by 4. So very simple rule is there, that we will see the number formed by the last two digits. If that number is divisible by 4, then the given number will be divisible by 4. So here it has been checked, means about this it is saying, you will pause the video and you see that 5408 is divisible by 8. Okay, now divisibility by 8. Now what is the rule for divisibility by 8? Actually it is the 8. Let me continue this, let me teach this, then I will come on that page. Now divisibility by 8. What is the rule for checking that whether the number is divisible by 8 or not? A number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its digit in the hundreds place, tens place and unit place is divisible by 8. In the 4 means divisibility by 4, what have we learned, that the number formed by the unit digit and tens digit should be divisible by 4, but here we'll take 3 digits. Which digits? Hundreds digit, tens digit and unit digit. If the number formed by these 3 digits is divisible by 8, then the number will be divisible by 8. Suppose that we are talking about 408. What? 5408. Suppose that this is the number 5408. Okay, if it will ask that whether the number is divisible by 8 or not, then we will take the last 3 digits. Okay, number formed by last 3 digit is 408. In the rule for 4 we were taking only 2 digits, but divisibility by 4 we will take 3 digits, and the number formed by last 3 digit is 408. You will check that whether the number is divisible by 8 or not. If this number is divisible, then this number, given number, will be divisible. If you will divide this number, you will get that yes, it is divisible by 8. Hence this is also divisible by 8. So what is the rule for checking whether the number is divisible by 8 or not? So number formed by the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. Then the given number will be divisible by 8. Suppose that this is the number. Let me take another number. Suppose that this. Okay, this number has been taken, that 632,432. Okay, we have to test the divisibility by 8. So what will we do? We will take the number formed by the last 3 digits. So here last 3 digits, the number formed is 432. The number formed by the last 3 digits is 432. We will divide it. We will check this, whether the number, this number is divisible by 8 or not. Then we will get that yes, it is divisible by 8. If you will divide, then you will get that it is divisible by 8. If it is divisible, then it is also divisible. The given number is also divisible. Okay, if this number, the number formed by the last 3 digit, is not divisible, then the given number is not divisible. So I hope that you understood the divisibility rule for 8. Now the test of divisibility by 3. What is the rule for that? A number is divisible by 3 when, if the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. If any number is given and the sum of that given number is divisible by 3, then the given number will be divisible by 3. Let us understand through the example. Suppose that we have considered a number 4215, and it is asking that test whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. Then what will you do? The rule is there that if the sum of digit is divisible by 3, then the number will be divisible by 3. So at first we will get the sum of the digits. So we will find the sum of its digit. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5. If you will get the sum, then you will get 12. And we know that 12 is divisible by 3. So sum of the digits is divisible by 3. It means the given number is divisible by 3. Understood? We will to check whether the number is divisible by 3 or not, what will we do? That we will get the sum of the digits and we will check whether the sum is divisible by 3 or not. If the sum is divisible, then the given number is divisible. Okay, so one more example has been taken here, that 32547. Stop the video and try to solve that. Check is this number divisible by 3 or not. Stop the video and try to solve. So what have you done? Just add the digits 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7. If you will add, then what will you get? You will get 21. If you will add the digits, you will get 21. And 21 is divisible by 3. It means this is also divisible by 3. Whenever sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the given number is also divisible by 3. If sum is not divisible, then given number is not divisible. Very simple rule is there for 3. Now test of divisibility by 6. Test of divisibility by 6. What is the rule for checking whether the given number is divisible by 6 or not? So a number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 as well as by 3. If any number is divisible by 3 divisible by 2 and 3 both, any number is divisible by 2 and 3 both numbers, then that number will be divisible by 2 also, 6 also. So very simple. If we have to check the divisibility by 6, then we'll check the divisibility by 2 and 3. Okay, if the in both the case we will get yes, then that number will be divisible by 6 also. So we can consider the numbers this, that 35,560 56 30, okay, let me write 35,556. So it is we have to check whether the number is divisible by 6 or not. So we will check the divisibility by 2 and 3. So for at first we'll check the divisibility by 2. So we'll look at the ones digit, and here 6 is there at the ones place. It means it is divisible by 2. We know that if any number contains 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, then that number is divisible by 2, and it has 6 at the ones place. It means it is divisible by 2. Now we'll check the divisibility by 3. So we will get the sum of the digits. For checking the divisibility by 3, we will get the sum of the digits. So 3 plus 5 plus 5, 1 minute, 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6. If we'll add, then what will we get? 18, 6, 24. Okay, sum will get the 24. Sum of digits is 24, and this is divisible by 3. 24 is divisible by 3. It means we have got that the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. It means this number is also divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Okay, so we have got that this number is divisible by 2 as well as by 3 also. It means this number is divisible by 6 also. Why? Because this is divisible by 2 and 3 both. This number is divisible by 2 and 3 both. It means this number is divisible by 6 also. Okay, so whenever we'll have to check the divisibility by 6, then we'll check the divisibility by 2 and 3. If in the both the condition we get yes, if any number is divisible by 2 as well as by 3, it means that number will be divisible by 6 also. So these are the few examples. You can practice on this. You just check whether the number are divisible by 6 or not. Now divisibility by 9. So it is same as 3. Okay, that a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So in the case of 3 also we were doing the same thing. We would get we were taking getting the sum of the digits, and we were checking whether the sum is divisible by 3 or not. So here also we'll do the same thing. We'll get the sum of the digits, and we'll check that sum is divisible by 9 or not. If sum is divisible by 9, it means the number is divisible by 9. So here one number is there, 7236, and we have to check whether the number is divisible by 9 or not. Then what will we do? We will get the sum of the digits, 7 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6. It means if we will add, then we will get 18. What will we get the sum? 18. And we know that 18 is divisible by 9. So we have got that the sum of digits is divisible by 9. It means the number is also divisible by 9. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then number will be divisible by 9. So this is divisible by 9. So like this, these are also divisible by 9. You will check. Okay, you find the sum of the digits. If the sum is divisible by 9, then the number will also be divisible by 9. So you can take the example from your side also, and you can practice. Now divisibility by 5. It is very simple that a number is divisible by 5 when its unit digit is 0 or 5. So very simple. We'll just look at the ones digit. If the unit digit is also known as ones digit. Okay, so if unit digit or ones digit is 0 or 5, then that number will be divisible by 5. Suppose that this number, it has 0 at the ones place, it means this is divisible by 5. This is divisible by 5. Why? Because it has 5 at the ones place, so it will be divisible by 5. It has 0 at the ones place, it is divisible by 5. It has 5 at the ones place, it is divisible by 5. So we'll just see the ones place. If at the ones place 0 or 5 is there anyone, then that number will be divisible by 5. Now divisibility by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of sum of its digit in the odd places from the right side and the sum of its digit in the even places from the right side is divisible by 11. What is the rule? Let me make you understand through the example. You might have got confused by reading the rule. So suppose that we have to check the divisibility of this number 90,816. The rule is there that at first we'll find the sum of the digits in the even place and odd place separately. So sum of the digits in the odd places from the right side. Okay, odd places means the place 1, place 3, place 5, at the place 7, like this. Odd places. So here we can see that at the first place 6 is there. It means at the one place 6, and at the third place 8 is there, at the fifth place 9 is there. Means at the odd places these digits are there, 6, 8 and 9. So we will get the sum of the digits which are in the odd places. So we have got 23. Again we get the sum of the digits which are in the even places. So one by one we will get the sum of the digits of the odd places and of the even places one by one. So we have got the odd places, the sum of the digits in the odd places 23. Now sum of the digits in the even places from the right side, if we'll see, then at the second place what digit is there? 1 is there, then 1 plus at the fourth place 0 is there, then 0. So sum of the digits at the even places are what will be 1 plus 0? It means 1. So we have got the sum of the digits of the even places and odd places separately. Now what will you do? We will get the difference of those sums. What will you do? We will get the difference of those sums. It means 23 minus 1. So 23 minus 1, we have got 22. So whenever we will get the difference 0 or multiple of 11, what? Multiple of 11, like 11, 22, 33, 44, like this. So if we get 0 or multiple of 11, then the number will be divisible by 11. So I hope that you understood. At first what will we do? What is the rule? First we will get the sum of the digits at the even places and odd places separately, and then we will find the difference of those two sums. If the difference is 2 or multiples of what? Multiple of 11, if any one out of these two, okay, 0 or multiple of 11, we get the difference, then the number will be divisible by 11. If we don't get either 0 or multiple of 11, then the number will not be divisible by 11. Okay, so in the same way we can consider the number this also. We will get the sum of the digits at the even places. Okay, then we get the number 12. Again we get the sum of the digits at the odd places, then again we get the 12. If we find the difference, then we get 0. So if the difference is 0, it means that it is divisible by 11. So it is very easy to find the to check whether the number is divisible by 11 or not. But you will have to practice at least. You take the examples, 3-4 examples, and practice, then it will be memorized. Otherwise you will forget after some times. So practice, take the examples for each and every rule and practice. So now, so some points are there to remember, that for any two numbers x and y, if x is divisible by y, then y is divisible by each of the factor of y. So let us understand through the example. Suppose that any number is divisible by another number, then that will be divisible by its factors also. Suppose that 36 is divisible by 12. 36 is divisible by 12. Then 36 will be divisible by each factor of 12 also. If 36 is divisible by 12, then 36 will be divisible by the factors of 12 also. It means that will be divisible by 1, that will be divisible by 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12, means by all the factors. Okay, by all the factors of 12, that number will be divisible. So very simple. Suppose that I am taking that example, one more example, that if any number 18 is there and 18 is divisible by 6, then 18 will be divisible by the factors of 6 also. Factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So 18 is divisible by 6, then 18 will be divisible by the factors of 6 also. So this is the first important rule, that for if any number is divisible by another number, then it will be divisible by the each and every factor of that number also. Okay. Now second rule says that for any three numbers x, y, z, if x is divisible by y and y is divisible by z, then x is divisible by z also. So suppose that here it is saying that 72 is divisible by 24 and 24 is divisible by 4. Okay, 72 can be divided by 24 and 24 can be divided by 4, then 72 is also divisible by 4. It is the rule that if three numbers are there and one number is divisible by a second number and second number is divisible by third number, then the first number will be divisible by third number also ultimately. Okay, so you can take the example from your side also. Suppose that one more example let me take. Suppose 20 is divisible by 5. Okay, 20 is divisible by 4. Let me take 20 is divisible by 4 and 4 is divisible by 2. It means 20 will be divisible by 2 also by the third number. Okay, you take the example and practice it. Now important point number 3, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers. What are co-prime numbers? Already we have discussed that uh, two numbers which have only one common factor. The two numbers which have only one common factor, that is 1, those two numbers are called co-prime numbers. Suppose that 3 and 4, these are co-prime numbers. Why? Because they have only one common factor. We can see here that 3 has the factor 1 and 3, 4 has the factor 1 and 4 only. If we'll talk about the common factors, then this is the common factor only. So whenever two numbers have only one common factor, then those numbers are called co-prime numbers. Okay, so if any number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then that will be divisible by their product also. Suppose that here 48 is divisible by 2 and 3 both. Okay, 48 is divisible by 2 also and 3 also, and these are the co-prime numbers. So this number is divisible by two co-prime numbers. It means that will be divisible by their product also. It means if you multiply the co-prime numbers and you will get the whatever product, then from that product also, by that product also, the given number will be divisible. So this is the rule, that whenever any number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then that number will be divisible by their product also. Let me take another example. Suppose that we are talking about 20. Okay, and let me take another number. Suppose 60. 60 is divisible by 4, we know that. Okay, and 60 is divisible by 5 also. So 60 is divisible by 4 as well as 5, and we know that these two are the co-prime numbers. 4 and 5 are co-prime numbers. If we get the product of these co-prime numbers, then we will get 20. So this number will be divided by their product also. 20 20 can divide 60 completely. Okay, so we have understood that if any number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then that will be divisible by their product also. I hope that you understood. If you are not understood, then repeat the video and once again you see, you will understand. Now if a number is a factor of each of the given numbers, it is a factor of their sum also. So ultimately, in the another way, I am trying to make you understand that if two numbers are divisible by a number, suppose that that 12 is divisible by 2 and 16 is also divisible by 2. Okay, two numbers are divisible by 2. It means this is the factor of these two numbers. Okay, these two numbers. So this will be the factor of their sum also. 12 plus 16. If you will get the sum, then you will get 28. So it is the factor of 28 also. It means 28 can be divided by 2 also. So in another way, we can say that if two numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum will also be divisible by that number. It means if we will add these two numbers, then that will also be divisible by 2. So like this we can do. So question number 5, in this the same thing is there, the difference. Okay, if any number, let me take the same example. Suppose that 16 and 12 we are talking about, and these are divisible by 2. So we have understood that their sum will also be divisible by 2. It means 28. Okay, 28. So if two numbers are divisible by any number, then their sum will also be divisible by the same number. So just opposite of this one can one more thing is there, that if two numbers, suppose that the same number I am taking, that 16 and 12, if two numbers are divisible by any number, then their difference will also be divisible by that number. If we get the difference 16 minus 12, then we will get 4. Then 4 is also divisible by 2. So we have understood that if two numbers are divisible by any number, then their sum or difference will also be divisible by that number. Okay, so you will practice by taking the examples much and more, and if you are facing problem in understanding it, then repeat the video and see again that topic. You will understand. Now this is the homework time. You will do the exercises of okay, chapter 9. All the topics of chapter 9 have been covered, okay, in the last session, and in this session you will do the exercises, all the exercises of chapter 9. So all of you, bye, have a nice day.